Yeah, that's it.
Alex, you're the main event.
Hello everybody, how are you? This is Grant Boozebelt, the head of operations at Valley Rugby Club. Here's old mate, strength and conditioning coach, Ryan Campbell.
How we doing, guys?
He's also the high performance coach here at what's called Joint Dynamics. Thanks for joining us. Hope you can hear us. We just thought it might be good during these strange days to get everybody moving, start preparing for once we get back to pre-season training. You don't want to be injured, trying to do too much too early when you come back. Usually it's the joints that sort of take a bit of a battering. If we'd had proper S&C coaching in my day, I'd probably still be playing in the Prems of the women's hockey. And yeah, you don't want to get a daft injury in those first few days of coming back. So see how this session goes. Try and keep up with Ryan. He'll try and walk you through a few moves to increase your mobility and your strength. And then next week we'll either look to get off that, please, to change it up a little bit, and we'll take your requests as well. So drop some comments in the side there if you've got any questions for Ryan as we go through it. I've agreed only to participate if he can't demonstrate the exercises by himself, all of them. We'll do our best to answer questions as we go. We'll be looking as well, so if you want to have a shout out or whatever, let's go. Thanks for all the comments. Good to see Fids, Jason, Shawnee, Mark Mooney, Mark, and Winnie. Sweet. Thanks for joining. I'll hand over to Ryan.
Sweet. Cheers, Boozer. Hey, team. How we doing? Like Boozer said, Ryan Campbell, S&C coach for Valley this year. We're looking to try and expand a little bit of our training by going virtual. First time for me, so forgive me if I make any mistakes. I'll shout out in the comments and get a bit of banter on there, get things flowing. The idea of today is not to be too high intensity. We're going to break things down a little bit. We're going to give you some mobility work. We're going to then build into some strength and joint mobilization. And we're going to finish with something slightly more high intense, more get the lungs blowing. But it should supplement any running gym programs that you're doing yourselves outdoors at the moment anyway. So we're going to get you started. We're going to go in a half kneeling position. So one leg in front of the other. We want to make sure our knees are behind our hip. We want to squeeze our glute and lock down our core. And we're going to draw a circle with our front knee. So we're driving forward and driving outwards. Keep our glute strong, drive forward and out. We're going to go for 10 on each leg. So drive forward, drive that knee outwards as we go through as well. Draw a big circle. Keep that back glute engaged. That will help you stretch through the hip flexor and the back leg. Yeah. Nice old stretch through the hip flexors. We'll change over. And we're going to do the exact same on the other side. Okay, so ribs locked down, core strong, bum squeezed. Driving forward, draw a circle with the front leg. I'll do a few of these warm-ups myself. I can see Boozer in the background warming himself up, limbering up. He's getting ready. He's promised me a big event today. So we'll see if we can get him involved. All right, we've done 10 or so on each side now. We're going to jump down into a 90-90 position, if you can see me, almost. So I've got a 90-degree bend in my front knee and a 90-degree in my back knee. My legs are the same color as the floor. Makes it bloody hard. Need to bloody get a tan. From here, we're going to think about the back hip, and we're going to try and stay nice and strong, core strong. Keep both knees on the floor, and we're going to think about this hip going forward and back, forward and back. You can have a kickstand on your assisting arm. Try and stay nice and tight and strong through the upper body. Imagine the ball and socket. The ball's rotating inside the joint, inside the hip joint. Mobilizing that back hip, going through internal rotation. From there, we're going to change over. So we've got our 90-90 position again. We've got our kickstand on our assisting arm, core strong, and we're going to rotate this back hip through internal rotation. A lot of you guys have office jobs, sit down a lot. Hip extension and hip internal rotation, things that get locked up and bogged down. So when we come onto the hockey pitch or netball courts or rugby field, we want to make sure that those movements are opened up so we can get the best out of our athletic ability. Right, what's next up there? Okay, the next one's a standing exercise. So stand up. If you've got a wall near you, you can use that, or you can hold your girlfriend's head. You're going to hold onto the wall, stand on the inside leg, really squeeze and brace that standing leg, and we're going to go into a knee drive up. From there, we're going to turn our leg outwards as far as possible. We're going to do that without moving our body. From there, we're going to try and go into internal rotation again, and then we're going to hip extension back here without leaning forward. So we're still staying tall and strong, core strong, keeping that standing leg strong. Then we go back into extension, abduction, external rotation, and then back into that hip drive. Okay, we're going to do 5 on each leg. Remember, we're not compensating by moving our body or bending this knee. So draw a nice big circle. Again, it will help if you envisage the ball and socket joint on the leg that's moving. Nice big circle. 3. You might find some poppy sort of sticky points, particularly in this position. Yeah, if you can go slowly and control that area, you'll get more out of the exercise. Sweet. So we should have done 5 each side. That was 5 on one side. Then we're going the other side. Again, stand tall, squeeze your bum. Nice tall posture. Knee high, knee out. Internal rotation, hip extension. Back, out, rotate, and forward into that high knee drive. We're going to be spending a lot of time in this knee drive position today. So it's important we warm that up before we get going. Remember, we're not sacrificing our body position or bending our knee. Stay nice and tall. Nice big circle. And I'll just finish that one up. Happy days. Can everyone hear me all right? Any comments about that? No, we're all good. We're good to go. So I'm going to move into the last hip mobilizer, which is an aeroplane. Again, I'm going to use the wall. This time I'm going to go into a deadlift position, which we're probably familiar with. We're going to stand on our inside leg and hold the wall. From here, we've got a slightly bent knee. Yeah, and our back's nice and straight. We're going to roll our hip inwards. And then we're going to open our hip up this way. Drop down and open up. I'll do it facing this way if that helps at all. Fall over. Hip goes down. Hip opens up. You see how shaky I am? There's a lot of my stability muscles through my ankle, my foot, through my hip, working hard to keep me in this position. Using the wall to cheat as well. How good's that? Busted on camera. Okay, let's change on to the other side. So you face the other way, hand on the wall, inside leg standing, soft knee, hinge through the hip. Yeah, don't go too low. And we still want to be in an active position here. Try and straighten your back leg. Internal rotation, external rotation of the hip. Do your best to keep that back leg straight. And think of the standing hip being your driver, yeah? So all the muscles through your posterior hip capsule, your glutes, they're going to be driving you in and out. We want to hit sort of 5 to 10 reps here. Your glutes should be burning. Sweet. Happy days. So that concludes our little warm-up. Should be getting a little bit of blood flow going now. And we're going to move into our first exercise, which we want to be on our forefoot. So we're actually going to keep our heel off the floor throughout this exercise. Because in sport, in all the sports we play, hockey, rugby, netball, we're never really flat-footed. However, a lot of our training we do in the gym, we're flat-footed. We've always got our heel in contact with the floor. It's important that we get our feet strong so that we can generate force through that foot and through into our big, powerful hip muscles. Yeah. So we're going to use the wall again. Can you stand here, please? Yeah. I'm on my forefoot. I'm going to tap back like this, bending my knee and my hip, and I'm going to go into a triple extension. Okay, triple extension meaning ankle, knee, and hip all extending at once. Okay, all the way up, knee driving high, which looks like a sprinter's position, yeah? So we've moved through those two positions. From there, lunge down on your forefoot, triple extension, knee drive up. Essentially, we're sprinting in slow motion. Yeah, strengthening up all those muscles that we use to get leg drive in our sports. If we can hit 10 reps or 15 if you're feeling extra good, that'd be ideal. And then we'll shake it off, have a wee break, and we can do the other side. Okay. So forefoot balance, tap back, bend the knee and hip, triple extension, chest high, look to the finish line. Okay. So we want to hit the same amount of reps that we did on the other side, 10 to 15 or so. Okay. Then we'll move on to the next one. So we're going to go into a glute bridge. This one's targeted on our hamstrings and glutes. What we want to do first is tuck our tailbone, squeeze our bum, drive up into a glute bridge position. And then from there, we're going to keep our hips high. And we're going to slowly walk out until our legs are straight, keeping our bum up. And then we're going to slowly walk back up, keeping our butt engaged, keeping our hamstring engaged, keeping our core engaged. Keep the hips as high as possible throughout. I know a lot of the rugby boys have been doing a running challenge recently. So a lot of these drills are going to complement the running that you've been doing. Try and target some of these important muscles to keep injuries at bay. Keep those glutes squeezed. You're probably going to start getting fatigued now. Make sure we keep those hips high. That's probably enough for me. I'm a bit buggered after that. Ideally 5 to 10 walkouts. And we'll move on to the next one. Being a Valley event, I've got my Skuxas DX Valley shirt on, thanks to Pravan. Shout out, my man. We're going to do an exercise for Valley. We're going to be standing on one leg. We're going to have our hands in front. And we're going to spell Valley with our hands. V, capital letters. Try and use your leg to get down there. Don't just use your hand. Squat down is my A. Better not spell it wrong. L. E. Y. Nice. Wake up all those stability muscles through our feet. We're going to change legs. Do the same on the other side. Okay. Squat down. Get as low as possible. Make your letters as big as you can. I've just realized I'm probably spelling it backwards to you guys. I'm sure you've all spelled it before. The bigger the letters, the better it is. Squat down. Nice work, guys. Check that out. We'll give the legs a little rest now. We're going to go into a 4-point stance. So ideal position, hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips. Yeah, from here, we're going to lift a hand, tap our opposite shoulder and hold for 5 seconds. Come back. Do the other side. 5 seconds. We're going to straighten the leg out. Make sure this other knee stays close to the floor. And other side. It's good for you rugby boys. Build that nice, strong ruck clearing position. But also, netball, hockey, there'll be a good turnover or tie over to core strength and stability with this as well. Now, if you're feeling up to it, you can do opposite arm and leg. Hold for 5. If you feel that's too hard, then just go back to the easy version. Keep cranking through a few of those. All right, and relax. I'm going to use a little couple of plastic plates. But this drill works really well on your sofa. So if you're near your sofa or something a foot high or so, you're going to put your top leg on there. You're going to put your elbow underneath your shoulder. And you're going to come into that A-frame position with a straight leg. Turning your core on. Squeezing through your groin on the outside top leg, yeah? I'm going to hold there 30 seconds. Okay, this is great for your cutting drills. If you're sidestepping, changing direction, trying to avoid a defender. Change over. Do 30 seconds this side. Knee high. Keep the obliques engaged. Keep that straight leg nice and straight. Sweet. We have a little water break, eh? Grab yourself some water, and we're going to go through all that again. What do you reckon? Should we see if Booze has been paying attention? We'll pull him up. Get a few demonstrators. He's even got his kit on.
That's just for the sponsors.
He's halfway through it, but he's stellar. Right. So we're going to go back to the 4-foot tap back. If any of these exercises were too difficult, you're more than welcome to regress and do a few less reps. If you found it super easy, then again, go for more reps. You know what you're doing now, so you can crack on and get stuck in. So we're going to go through the 4-foot balance, heel raise, tap back, triple extension. Nice, strong body position at the top like a sprinter. Nice, once you've done your 10 to 15 of those, we'll go into the other leg. Keep cranking through those. Who we got here? Big Rory Young. Big man, getting it done, getting the mahi in. Is Grant Kemp online? Can we see him?
No, he's not.
Oh, mate. All right, lads, we're probably ready to move on to the next one. What's up next? Hamstring walkouts. We'll go for 5 to 10. So remember, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your bum, lift up. Small walks out. Legs straight, bum up. Walking back up. Keep those hips as high as possible. Squeeze your bum. Keep cranking through till you've done 10 reps. Have we got any hockey representatives online? Is Mudgy on here? Say hello if you're online, Mudgy. All right. Valley. Single leg balance. The bigger the letter, the more you get out of this. You can see that knee of mine's wobbling all over the place. All right. Should we get Boozer back in for the next valley, other leg? Here we go, mate. See what you got.
I wasn't watching.
I need a break.
How to do it?
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, one leg balance. There you go, spell belly with your hands. Squat down.
X.
He's trying to spell Sandy Bay.
Ah, come on. It's too soon.
Too soon. How good's that? Get a spell check on this.
This is much harder in Chinese.
Good stuff. Cheers, Boozer. Right. 4-point balance. So you'll know from last time whether you can handle the hard or the easy version. Go straight into it. I'm going to try the hard version. Yeah. Hold for 5 seconds. Hold that nice strong position. Core strong. So we'll go for 10 reps, 5 each side, 5-second hold. Beautiful. Get your couch ready. Put your top leg on the couch. Knee drive high. Core strong. Squeeze the groin on the standing leg. This will come in handy when we go to our next drill. Good, change over. "30 seconds here. Good stuff.
Give me shit a video of himself doing the belly.
Ready? Lad.
Watching live from Kennedy Town.
Chem Pass is on.
It's 2 hours, Kempy.
Nice, Chem Pass. Keep it up. All right, so we're going to move into last block. This is more dynamic, and it's going to be a slow build of a sprinting biomechanic again. For you girls that messaged me today that are pregnant, this is where you want to knock it back down a level and maybe just go back to a walking speed with this, depending how you feel. If you're feeling good, if you feel like getting a bit of a sweat on, you want to go pretty hard in this block, okay? There's only 2 exercises, or 3 exercises actually. We're going to do a couple of rounds of it, so we'll just go hard. I'll show you the exercises first, and then we'll get a timer on and blast them out. So first of all, we're in the A-skip position again, and we're going to double pump. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Okay, ideally when after the second step, we're going to hold nice and strong, chest high, knee driving high, foot high, this one, and up into triple extension again. Okay, so that's the first exercise. We'll do one leg, then we'll do the other leg. Second exercise is lateral. So you're going to stand away from the wall in this position, and we're going to double pump. Oh, lost that one. Okay, that's my outside leg. The third drill is my inside leg standing, knee drive. Okay, particularly good for changing direction, sidestepping, bouncing to pass the ball, sidestep around an opponent. Okay, what we'll do is we'll crack through 10 of each. Double pump is 1 rep, and we'll try 2 rounds. Yeah, let's just go for this. Yeah, get your heart rate up. Here we go. You notice that when you're landing, you want to leak energy through your heels sometimes. You want to try and stay as rigid through that ankle as possible. Yeah, the more rigid you can get through that heel or through the ankle, the more power you're going to get through your hip. Okay, let's do the other side. Where was I there? Cool. Then we go outside leg standing. Stand away from the wall so you have to lean into it. Knee drive high. 1, 2. Once you've done your 10 on that side, do the inside leg. And then we'll do the facing the other way, outside leg. And last one, stand on your inside leg this time. Happy days. Don't know about you, but I got the old heart rate cranking. How are we doing for time, Booze?
2 minutes.
Okay, so we'll do another round of this.
Yep.
And then do some Q&A. Sweet. All right, we'll do another round. Get some water if you need to, guys. Did we enjoy getting Boozer involved? Should we get him back up? He's looking bored over there. He's over there. He's bench pressing. He's got 100 kilos on the bar.
Next week, bro.
All right, let's go for it. Don't injure yourself, mate. Other leg. Okay. Into your laterals. Make sure you've got a 10 or 15 degree angle into the wall, knee high. If it's too hard for you now, you can cut your reps down or you can stop now if you want to. If you're feeling good, go for more reps or try and make it more explosive. Inside leg. Okay, change over sides. Outside leg standing. Knee drive high. Mr. Jack. All right, and inside leg, last one. Nice guys, good job. Get some water and we'll get Boozer back on. Sure.
How you finding that, everybody? Ryan's really sweating here, and I tell you what, he's training like a man who's got another season in him, for sure, as you can see. Hey, great having you all with us. Maybe if you've got any questions, or just let us know what you've enjoyed, what you found good, what's difficult. If there's any stuff you'd like to see in the next session next week with Ryan. There's a question here. Shaylee asks, can Ryan do a cartwheel?
A cartwheel?
Shay, come here. Come here. This is Shaylee. One of my daughters. Natasha's in the background. Can Ryan do a cartwheel? Should you do one? Great session, Ryan. Thanks, Bella. Thanks, Kempy, for sharing the video on the WhatsApp chat. Good to see you at home in Kennedy Town. And thanks, Sarah. I'm assuming that's Trey using Sarah's account, or maybe they're both doing it in their living room. Good work. Mark Sunzi, he's helping to promote Prav's line of goods. Yeah, I want to thank Ryan anyway. Thanks for everyone to join in. Thanks for Ryan and the folks at Joint Dynamics here for letting us use the facilities. It's the first of a few, maybe. Who knows when we're going to get back on the pitches, the hockey fields, the netball courts, the rugby pitches. So let's do what we can. If you've learned one thing from today, that'd be great. Take that away and sort of bulletproof yourself for the season coming up. So thanks, Ryan.
Sweet, all good, man. Good
Thanks,
job,
everyone.
guys.
Yep, have a good night. Have a good week. Catch you soon.
Stay safe, eh?
Maybe you show us this cartwheel.
Yeah, get it on.
Here comes Tasha with a bonus cartwheel. Go.
Oh!
Shay, you want to do one? Yeah. Go on then. Whoa! Way to go. Yeah. Look out. Valley Fort under 10s this season. Bye, everybody. Cool.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah.